Hi friends, this is Sumit from Madira Diaries, and today we do something different. I'm on a dry spell and it's always nice to take a break from alcohol once in a while so that you can appreciate it more. And that's the vision of this channel and probably most of the channels out there. If you don't drink, please continue to do so. And for those who drink, drink with more appreciation or intentionality to enjoy the craft and science that's gone behind it. And these days, low or no alcohol beverages and cocktails, or they're called as mocktails, are back on trend. And I was even reading this article making a splash with low or no alcohol beverages and tried to see what recommendations they have. And one was non-alcoholic beers. The one they recommended was this one from Athletic Brewing. I was surprised they even have IPAs, porters, so I ordered their IPA, the hazy IPA, and cerveza, which is Spanish for beer. That's probably the only Spanish words I know. Anyways, coming back, I tried ordering their light beer or the lager. It's called Upside Down, but they were sold out of it. I did have a chance to try it and it's very nice. They're a microbrewery, non-alcoholic beers made with no compromise, and I wanted to compare it with something or some brewery that's been making it for quite some time. That's the Heineken. I have the little guy here, my friend gave it to me. So let's compare them, let's compare the three varieties and see how they taste and are they really a no compromise beer. But before we get started, do you know how non-alcoholic beer is actually made? The only difference between alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverage is one additional step. That is, once the beer is made, they add a step to remove the alcohol. And this can be done by either heating it, but once you heat it, you lose the flavors. So then they have to add sugars and make it taste better. And that's why the calorie count is also high. The other method is trying to filter out the alcohol. But with these microfilters, you take out the alcohol and sometimes the water too. What you get is non-alcoholic still beer. There's no more carbon dioxide production. So they actually do a carbonation step to get that fizziness in the beer. Okay, let's crack these beers open and we'll see the colors and see how it compares with real beer. I'm not going to compare it tasting real beer, but with my memory on maybe with cerveza I can compare a Corona, hazy beers. There's so many micro hazy beers out there, hazy IPAs. We'll pick one in my mind and compare it. Heineken, compare it with the original Heineken beer. So let's get started. Let's pour Heineken in the number one. Ooh, as you know, Heineken's is usually very foamy, and also it could be because the way I poured it, but it's usually a foamy light beer. Let's pour the Free Wave, the non-alcoholic hazy IPA. And if you see on the claims, they say no alcohol at all. This says non-alcoholic, and within the US you could have an alcohol percentage of less than 0.5%. So this probably has no traces of alcohol. This could have traces if they measured it somewhere in a lab. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they're fooling us. Spoiling my dry period and making, instead of a dry week, making it a not so dry week. Which one be good? I get my second dose tomorrow. I shouldn't be drinking. So I hope they're not lying to us. I don't think so. Let's get started. Heineken. Oh, look at the color difference. The hazy IPA and the cerveza. It's darker, it's more amberish color, the cervezas as I would have imagined. Compared to what I would have imagined. I need to learn English. This is hazy IPA, very orangish. And this is the Heineken is the lightest. Let's start with the lightest. smells beer. And that's the thing with non-alcoholic beers, it usually the smell, the color, everything is the same. It's only the taste profile, which sometimes a little too sweet, but let's try this. It does have the hoppy, the little bitterness at the end, but I still get the sweetness, and probably Heineken does add a little sugar to improve the taste, and that's what a lot of non-alcoholic beers, you get the critic that they're too sweet, but if I was drinking it on a summer day and I was avoiding alcohol, I wouldn't mind it at all. It does remind you a little of the characteristic Heineken taste. And let's taste the Free Wave, the hazy IPA. Look at that, look at the color. I'm really impressed the way they can get the hops in, everything, maintain the same profile. Cheers. Smells those Chinook hops, really nice orangish flavor, citrus, anything. Think about a Belgian wit beer or a traditional hazy IPAs these days. If I had got this blindfolded, I wouldn't know this is not a beer. These are so good. Has the same flavor profile as a hazy IPA. It's really impressive what these guys are doing. And now let's try the last one, the Cerveza Atletico. Cerveza. I don't know. Maybe all my Spanish speaking friends are going to be mad at me the way I say it. Who knows? Cheers. Just comparing it with Corona, but I don't think that's the right comparison. I think it's more like a amber ale, I would say. It does taste like a little like Corona, but it has also, I don't know if you have tasted CBD oil. I get some little aftertaste of CBD oil, and that's not only my tasting note, even my friend said the same thing. I think he said it about cerveza, I don't know, but I do get that. These are great alternatives, no compromise, non-alcoholic beers right here. I know Athletic Brewing is not the only company doing it, but they're doing a great job, and it's amazing what they can do. I can even think of making like a beer sangria with this, with the hazy IPA. Add a lot of fruits and add lemons, limes, oranges, little orange juice, some sparkling water, mix it up. Sangrias are usually made with red wine, but I've seen some recipes for beer sangria, and it would be a great non-alcoholic beer sangria on a hot day as a refreshment. Well, that's it for today. If you like the video, do subscribe, like and comment. Until next time, Sumit from Madera Diaries.